In my last days in Gilgit, Baltistan, my guide had prepared a surprise, a 2-day trek in the Pakistani Himalayas to a beautiful place called Fairy Meadows. I was surprised to learn that there was a part of the Himalaya in Pakistan. Actually, 3 massive mountain ranges converge there: the Karakoram, the Himalaya, and the Hindu Kush. Fairy Meadow, our destination, is famous for its natural beauty and its incredible view of Nanga Parbat, the 9th largest mountain in the world, also known as the Killer Mountain due to its gruesome mountaineering history. Getting to the start of the trek was an adventure in itself. We drove for hours from Gilgit, the capital of the province, to a small village full of animals and a very cute puppy. I took the time to take a few pictures of the local. We then switched to a jeep to tackle this crazy, treacherous path high in the mountains. If I thought Shimsha Road was bad, it had nothing on this one. The steep cliffs and broken infrastructure had me seriously questioning my life choices. In 2013, the World Health Organization actually ranked it as the 2nd deadliest road on the planet. The narrow gravel mountain road is only open to locals and sits at about 3,300 meters above sea level. It is unstable and super narrow in parts. The twists and turns go on for 16 kilometers, taking us about 1.5 to 2 hours to navigate. Some parts are so narrow that only one car can fit, and there are no barriers to stop you from falling off the edge. It definitely takes a special type of driver to handle these roads. Eventually, after a bumpy 1 hour and a half on the jeep, we arrive at the village of Tattoo, the starting point of the hike. In Tattoo, it's about 3 to 4 hours hike over a 5-kilometer trek to reach Fairy Meadows.
Must be more or less an hour that we started to climb up the mountain. What is good is it's not too steep. We still have like part that are a bit steep, so that's why I'm out of breath. And the further up we go, the more green it becomes, like the more pine trees. So we still have a bit to go, but I think our pace is pretty good. Okay, we are almost at Fairy Meadows, maybe like 20 minutes left, and the landscape has started to change a lot. We have a lot of snow, and also you're starting to find garnets, which are pretty cool. So I'm on a hunt to find a nice garnet to bring back.
After 4 hours of hiking, we finally made it to Fairy Meadows. I have to say, I was totally blown away by what we found there. It looked like a little piece of Switzerland, right in the middle of Pakistan, with all these charming wooden chalets. The surrounding landscape was absolutely stunning, and I couldn't be happier to have arrived. And guess what? I became friend almost immediately with the local mascot, a big and friendly dog called Rex, a huge teddy bear that was asking for only one thing: get petted.
We're gonna stay the night in the chalet and come down tomorrow morning. Yeah, we're gonna try to enjoy it. There is kind of limited hot water, almost no electricity, and for the heating it's with wood. So that's an interesting change, and looking forward to how tonight is gonna be.
Known among the locals as Jute, the Fairy Meadows plateau was given its name in 1953 by Austrian climber Hermann Bull due to its mesmerizing beauty. He called it Märchenwiese, literally fairy tale meadows. He was here to climb the 8,126 meters peak of Nanga Parbat, the 9th highest mountain in the world. He became the first one to summit it, and the nickname he had given to the meadow remained. To be fully honest, I wasn't visiting it at the right time of the year, as the famously lush meadow was quite barren, but the view was no less impressive, with Nanga Parbat hidden in the clouds still visible in the background. Nanga Parbat, in its Kashmiri name, means naked mountain. The name refers to the south face, which is usually snowless. However, people more often know it by a different name, the Killer Mountain. The combination of treacherous weather, challenging climbing routes, high avalanche risk, and difficult terrain makes Nanga Parbat one of the most dangerous 8,000ers, reflected in both its high number of fatalities, more than 80 people so far, and relatively low number of successful ascents. As of 2023, approximately 335 climbers have successfully summited Nanga Parbat. This number reflects the mountain's notorious difficulty and danger, compared to some of the other 8,000 meters peaks. Only Annapurna 1 has less successful climbs. For comparisons, Mount Everest, the most climbed of the 8,000ers, has been summited by thousands of climbers. Being there and looking at Nanga Parbat and the beautiful nature surrounding us was very humbling. I explored the surroundings of Fairy Meadows for a while before meeting up with my guide for dinner. The kitchen was quite rustic, with meals cooked over a wood-fueled fire stove. We gathered in one of the cozy chalets for a hearty meal together, and after a long day of trekking, we called it a night early, ready for some good sleep, especially as we had to go back in the morning. The next morning brought a complete surprise. I woke up to find the entire landscape blanketed in snow, with snowfall still going strong. I wasn't prepared for this.
Good morning, everyone. So we are still in Fairy Meadows. Just woke up, and literally we had a big surprise to see that the whole landscape is white. So it has been snowing a lot this night. That means that we're gonna try to go down early so we don't get blocked. But yeah, it's quite impressive, like to see the whole area completely white, and you cannot see very far either because it continues to snow.
After a quick breakfast, we started our descent, worried that the snowstorm might get worse and block our way. The scenery on the way down was stunningly different from the day before, with all the snow. But what amazed me the most was how the weather completely changed once we reached a lower altitude, as if nothing had changed compared to the previous day, which goes a long way to show how changing weather is in high mountain and how even in April, you still had a lot of snow going on. We eventually reached Tattoo, our starting point. Once there, we had to wait a bit for our driver to finish his plateau game with the other drivers of the valley. After this, we just went down through the same bumpy road and went straight back to Gilgit, where we'll stay an additional day before flying to Islamabad and then leave Pakistan. And now we're back to Gilgit. We can finally just rest, and tomorrow I have my flight to go back to Islamabad. Pretty tired, need a shower. I'm gonna really enjoy having a hot shower for once, and yeah, that's about it really. Once we're in Islamabad, I'm gonna be there for a couple of days, like for 2 days. I'll try to visit a place called Tehsila that is known for the Indus civilization, the Indus civilization, and buy a few things before leaving for Thailand. So it has been a crazy trip, so really loved it. I cannot recommend more to people to come visit northern Pakistan, because this is one of the most beautiful part of the world I've been so far. As my incredible journey through Pakistan comes to an end, I just want to take a moment to thank you all for joining me on this unforgettable adventure. If you haven't already, make sure to check out all my videos from this trip, especially the documentaries where I deep dive into the culture, history, and amazing stories of the people here. I've truly loved every moment spent in this beautiful country, and I can only push you to safely go visit it. Thank you, Pakistan, for all the incredible memories. If you enjoy these videos, please give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more adventures from around the globe. Until next time, everyone, stay curious, stay adventurous, and keep exploring. See you in the next adventure. Tschüss!